How's it going, guys? My name is Ben and this is Airbnb Ben. Come on in. All right, guys, so welcome to the kitchen. What we got over here, initially I thought about making two places for workstations, let's call that. Because in my mind, when I designed this whole van, I thought about two people traveling, even though I'm traveling solo almost for a year. So what we got over here is one workstation over here and one over here, so two people can work together. In the middle, we got two dual propane burner that's connected with a line to a 20-pound propane gas tank. Over here we got utensils drawer, all the essentials, knives, whatever, cutting boards. Over here, this is some storage and some pantry storage. Got some rice, coffee, more cutting boards, and the gas tank is here. Over here we got a mini fridge that has a freezer and a refrigerator at the bottom. That's a 110 volt refrigerator, so that means it's connected to an AC circuit and not a DC circuit like many vans do have. This is my number one consumer in this whole van. So probably when it's a hot day, it will work more, and when it's a colder day, it will act as just a cooler box. My name is Ben, doing this solo traveling for almost a year in my Ford Econoline E250. I'm originally born and raised in Israel my whole life. I came to the States a year ago, had some family issues. Back in Israel, I had a tough 3 years, worked a lot, had mandatory service, and just a tough time, and decided to come over here. I have my family in the East Coast that live here. My mom, she's American, so I came here, bought this van in Massachusetts, and decided just to go for it. So right over here at the bottom, this is my electric system down here. It contains a 1,000 watt Jackery battery. At the beginning, I was thinking about maybe doing the regular electric system that people connect batteries and to that solar panels. But I did do my research and my calculations with all my appliances over here that work on electricity, and I came to a conclusion that's going to be my cheapest way and probably the most practical way. So I went with that, and after a year, I can tell you guys, it's a great hit. And that's about it with the AC. With the DC, what we got a dimmer switch that's divided to two. We got 6 LED lights in the whole van, 4 on one switch, and 2 above the bed. So that's, you got a division between the kitchen side and the bed side, and then you have some consumption that you can balance. Over here, this is divided to 3. You got your utensils over here, big utensils, spatulas, whatever. You got your oil, pepper and salt down here, my coffee, and my olive oil. So I don't need to fetch and go down to lower compartments, or it's right over here and you can cook like a normal person. So this leaf over here, this is a kind of a extension that I did for this whole kitchen in order to work two people together simultaneously. Yeah. This comes apart, and underneath this there's another bench, so then people can converse and sit down and talk. I had it in this van, I had one time 5 people together. Felt really good. You can talk, can eat, have some friends over. So this is the pantry section. This is where I put all my seasoning and the essentials for cooking. This thing was pretty hard to build. Usually in Ford Econolines, when they come all naked and gutted out, This is where the roof ends. So because I have the extended rooftop, this is where the van ended. Over here, I got my rice, I got my coffee, mugs. So that's about it. I was thinking about how I'm going to latch all the doors in the van. There are a lot of solutions out there, but I thought about just a latch. Something like in an airplane, like flight attendants have. It's the same concept. It's a cheap and simple concept. And you can put just a screw to hold the whole latch in. That doesn't move anywhere. And yeah, this screw just symbolizes the previous van. This is the only screw that's here after the build. So that symbolizes the other van. So that's a nice thing that I like to remember. When I bought the van, there was no seats except this, the driver's one. Went to a junkyard and bought this seat, cleaned it up. And I had to buy some sort of a swivel system that I saw all over the place, but nothing was for this exact van. So I had to do some alterations to that, and I welded another frame on that in order to able to swivel this. So when I park for a couple days somewhere on the beach or something that I know that I'm parked, I swivel this thing. Usually when no one's with me, I even drive with like this. It's even better because I can see the view of the mirror a lot better. So usually I drive like this when I'm alone. But yeah, this is how I eat. There's another leaf over here, extension that I can, with 2 latches that I can put up and sit down and eat, or laptop or work, whatever. Budget-wise, this whole thing, I took it seriously and I wanted to make this a 10K budget-wise van and work with a lot of spreadsheets. A lot of you that probably are out there and building right now their van, they understand that there's so many things that you want to do in your van, and at the end of the day you can't, just because you don't have enough money or you don't have the ability or whatever. But just remember that everything will be fine. Like you gotta understand, when you build a van, you're so overwhelmed, you see so many things, there's so many different kinds of options to do, or even choose the wood. But at the end of the day, you got to remember that you can do it on the way. A lot of things you can just do on the way and say to yourself, okay, let's go. And second of all, just muy tranquilo, like they say in Mexico, like just slowly, and it'll be an awesome van. So that's my input for this whole trip. So this is the sink section, or the water system. I got a 12-volt toggle switch right over here for convenience. I picked the toggle switch just because if you have some dirty hands or oil or whatever, you don't want to contaminate it, so you can just push it like that and take it back. So in this van we don't have any hot water, so it's just cold water. This thing works. Thought about it a lot, how to make it simple, just because a lot of solutions out there are a little maybe too expensive or a little too difficult, because you're gonna, every 2, 3, 4 days, depends on your consumption, you're going to switch a water tank. So you want this to be a very easy and a portable way to put water in and out. And I decided to hook up another line to this whole system. So what happens, there's an excess water line that refuels the fresh water tank. So it doesn't go to the drain, to the gray water, it goes back to my fresh water system. So that's how I have a good consumption, and I can use this water jug brushing my teeth, washing dishes every single day for almost 6 days usually on average. So this is one of the benches in the van. I call this the 1.5 seater bench because it's not a two-seater and it's not a one-seater, so it depends on your size. So over here we chill out or just sit down. I have my coffee over here. Sometimes I eat. It's a cool place because it's next to everything and outlets, so it's nice just to lay around over here. At the back of this bench, there's a slot divided to two. I have my books in here. Can put computer if I wanted to be incognito mode, and stuff like that. So that's a good compartment to have. If I take these pillows off, you'll see better. This whole thing comes apart, so I can take this apart just like so. I put this over here usually, and that's my toilet. Regular toilet. I chose a wooden seat because I think it's much more comfortable than a plastic seat, and it's a compost toilet, so there's a bucket. Honestly, it's a bucket with some shredded wood, and that's it. It does the job. I swap this thing every 3 to 4 days. It really doesn't stink. A lot of people are afraid that it stinks up the van, but if you take care of it and there's a lid on that bucket and you put enough shredded wood, it'll be fine. Absorbs and soaks up the waft. So yeah, underneath this I got some more storage. My toilet paper is here. I got some tools here. Yeah, that's about it for this compartment. So this is like a period of time for me just to rejuvenate in a way, and it's been well. It's been one of the best decisions I've done in my life. Gotta be honest over here, and even though it's a lot of people come up to me and they say, "Oh, you're traveling alone, it's solo. Isn't it hard?" Yes, it is. It's not for everyone, but if you really want to do it, you got to be all in. You can't just, oh, I'm gonna do it. Maybe not. If you want to do it, you should just jump into the water and just check it out, because you got to remember it's a van, and that's what I remember every time when I drive. If I don't feel safe, if it's not my place, if it's not my vibe, I always remember this thing drives. It's a home on wheels. I can just turn on the ignition and drive. All right, so welcome to the bedroom area. What we got over here, we got a full-size bed that I had to cut the length of it for about 7 inches. So what happens when I sleep here by myself, there's a lot of room, but I do sleep diagonal, so if I want to be spacious and to bask when I sleep, so that's what I do. We got a closet over here that opens like the other latch from the pantry. This is a basic 3-slot that I can move. These 3 slots just depends if it's winter clothing or summer clothing, so volume differs. So that's changeable. We got a fan right over here when I go to sleep, if it's a hot day or if I don't camp outside. It's like a school bus fan. Works perfectly. It has 2 different speeds. Above me over here we got a sound bar, and beneath me there's another there's a subwoofer that's connected to that to put some tunes and to have some great ambiance over here. Underneath the bed, that's the whole garage. 5 different bins. It's not that special. I have some tools. I got some clothing that I swap between winter and summer, but I do have a snowboard, so that's pretty sick. This is my van. This is my van tour, and if you're curious to see some more about my adventures or about my my van build, feel free to check out my Instagram page at Ben Shafiki. And yeah, see you out there.